George, you have so much to say about George. He's very involved. He's a dynamic young man. I really appreciate him because he is a hands-on person.
He tells me how to handle issues. It's not only how to handle issues. It's like what you have to say so that people don't misunderstand, the words you use.
He's known by everyone in this community, Left Right City. And he's a very active member here at St. Paul's Catholic Church.
My full name is George Godfrey Onuorah, and I'm junior because my father is George Senior. I'm the first son, so the first son is the junior. I was born in the city of Jos. Jos is the capital of then Plateau State. But since then, I was born in 1958, October 6th. My father belonged to the group, the Ozotaito group. So when he passed away, I had to go through some ceremony. So the right goes back to me because I'm the first son. The title of Chief, the Ozotaito being passed on to me from my father, is really something that, I appreciated because I feel like being the first son in my family, that I am the one that is expected by our tradition to carry on with the legacy. So to accept the title that was offered to me was not something I had to think over for a long time. I know it's a birthright, and I'm happy that I assumed the title of Ozo Adiuche of Enugu Agede, coming basically like inheriting something my father had. So that is something that, that came from him that I'm glad to hold on and hopefully to pass on to my future generations. My father was supportive. But when I told him I was coming to the United States, he was kind of surprised because at that point he was going through some financial problems. So when I was leaving, he gave me about maybe $20. That's all he had, but I was okay. So, and it was really a difficult journey, but I had already determined that this is my path because education was for me my best way to do the things that I have interest in doing, helping to make things better for others. Coming to Queens was more like an accident. I attended school in Marshalltown, Iowa, where I studied journalism. What I love most about New York, I would say, is the diversity. Queens, especially, is like the Mecca of the world. You have people from all parts of you go to Jackson Heights, you can sample all kinds of food. So it makes you feel at home. It doesn't, I don't feel isolated. I write a lot, so I decided to compile them, and the stories are, some of it are things I've written about African politics and commentaries, and some about things I've written since, I've been here. Selected, articles I've written, I've put together, as well as a few pictures. So I called it The Political Diary of a Rising Sun.
Did you want to give any sort of personal reflection about how this issue has affected you personally, or your family, or your larger community? Why this issue?
Like I said in the beginning, I'm an African immigrant. Even though I've been in this country for more than 25 years, immigrants that are not allowed to vote contribute to a large extent to the sustenance of our communities, our societies. They go to work, they pay their taxes, they volunteer, they teach our kids, they help clean our streets. They do all kinds of services that are essential to our communities, and to disenfranchise them is just simply not right. Even though I'm here, I'm still very passionate about how to make things better in my country. So I figured that some of the knowledge that I have gained in this country, I can also impact on those that are there. Still, African, I'm from Nigeria. So to have the system, implemented in the right way, and to have the right people in government is still something that, as a Nigerian, I'm, particular about, and I will do anything to help, have the best people in government. I like to carry myself a certain way, like my father did. I tell the truth. I help those that I can help, and then I try to be the best I can be and to contribute my best to help my community, to help my family, to make this world a better place. And what else can you ask for?